Good. Take a couple deep breaths. So breathing in, breathing out. Think of an intention right now that you'd like to bring with you through your practice. Breathe in and imagine you're just like breathing it into your whole being, and just hold it in for a moment. And on your exhale, release it out and imagine the universe is just kind of grabbing it up. And then inhale again. And anything that you'd like to release or let go of, let it out now. So you can come here anytime you need to during the practice. If you didn't see the preview to this class, it's a lot of moves. We're going to kind of put a lot of different shapes and postures together. There's some crazy transitions and there's some arm balance options. You do not have to take them all, and you can kind of do your own thing if you need to. Most importantly, just have fun. Go ahead and come up to your hands and your knees. So tabletop pose. So wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale and just carve your chest open into cow pose. So let's just warm up the spine and shoulders and the hips a little bit. With exhale, rounding the spine. So push the floor away with the palms, just drop the head and move through your own a few times. So just take your own cat-cows here. It will really serve you to work deeply into these cat-cows since we don't have a whole lot of warm-up in this sequence before we get into some of those big postures. So do move very intentionally, work to a depth that feels like it's serving you and helping you to open up. Just a few more like that. If you want to start moving your hips to your heels on your exhale, so you still do a cat shape with your back, but you move your hips towards your heels, getting a deeper stretch into the back muscles. And then you shift back forward, shoulders over the wrists to come into your cow again. So if you feel like making it more of that wave style of cat-cow, you can do that. And then inhale to cow pose. Toes are tucked under. Exhale to downward dog. Lift your hips. Take your thighs back. And just start to pedal out your legs here. One heel down, then the other. Pedal it out a little bit. Sway it out a little bit. Wiggle out your hips a little bit. And let's come forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. Actively pressing the hands down into the floor, zip up the belly, firm the legs, inner thighs up, tailbone down. Drop your knees, chest, and chin. So knees down, chest down, chin down, looking forward. Then flattening belly towards floor, and just lift the chest through, taking cobra. Elbows hugging in, pull the palms back, reach through your toes. Exhale, downward dog, getting there maybe through plank, maybe through table. Stretch out long. Try to get longer through your arms and your legs. Get longer through the spine. Take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip. You're feeling your right hip stack over your left hip. Flex the foot. Remember, you don't have to take all of these shapes if you don't want to. If you'd like to stay right here, you'll stay here. If you'd like to drop it into wild thing, an early back bend, you can drop your right toes behind you, reach your right arm over the crown of your head, stretch. Good. From here, drop your left hip towards the floor. Just sit down, left hip drops. So from the wild thing, you just let your hips melt towards the mat. This is where we'll go into our first maybe arm balance. Place your right hand to the floor behind your left leg. Fingertips might even peek underneath the outside of your left leg. So right palm on the floor, left palm on the floor, about shoulder width distance. Cross your right ankle over your left, pull your knees in, shift forward, and see if you can come into a little astavakrasana. So you just like I think Ian Finn actually calls it like you're on a skewer. So you go forward with your body like you're on a big skewer, tip your chest forward, squeeze through your legs, and then land back on your left hip. Your left leg is straight, right toes are on the floor. Can you come back into that wild thing? Lift your hips. Bring your right palm down, come back towards three-legged dog. Right leg is to the sky, inhale. Bring your right knee to your nose or your right elbow, exhale. Good, bring your right leg all the way back up. Big breath in. And then step through between your thumbs. So as your right foot lands between your thumbs, you're gonna bring your right fingertips forward, left fingertips forward, lift your back leg up. So you went to lunge, then you took the left leg up. Leave your left hand on the floor under your left shoulder. Put your right hand to your sacrum. And then start to turn towards the right. You can keep a little bend in the right knee if you need. Looking for that nice stretch down the outside of your right leg. Spread the left toes, power up that left leg, maybe carry the right arm up towards the sky. So it's a big revolved half moon. Inhale here. Exhale here. Bend your left knee so your left toes point towards the ceiling. Reach your right hand back, maybe catching the inside of your left foot. Pull the heel towards your left glute, and then kick back into your right palm. Take an inhale here, and then maybe start to bend your right knee, kick your left leg to the right side of the room, and drop your hips down. This is baby grasshopper. I'll turn towards you so you can see if you needed a visual. Taking that left leg to the right. And then can you keep the bind on your left foot and just kick it back up behind you again? You can look down to the floor if you'd like. Try it again. Soften into that right knee. Drop your hips. Kick left leg to right. Take it back up. Kicking the left toes up to the sky, holding on with your right hand. Last time. Lowering down, kicking the left leg to the right. Big wake up for that right quad. And then carry it all the way back up. Good, then release right fingertips down to the floor. So standing splits for a moment, drop the head. Because we just worked out that right quad, you might feel a little more space in the back of your right leg as you fold. And because this is like a level up 25-minute flow, if you wanted to walk your hands forward and play around with a couple little hops, you could do that too. Nice. Take one more hop if you're doing that. And then drop your left foot next to your right foot. Soften the knees. Bring your left knee with you as you stand. So it's a single leg Tadasana. Arms come up, your left knee towards your chest. Find your balance. Grab a hold of the left knee. Pull that leg in a little closer. Lift your chest. Good, you can keep the grip around your left shin if you'd like, or reach down for the left foot. We're just gonna open it right away out to the left. So you're going into a big hand to big toe or hand to foot pose. Right arm reaching to the right, left leg reaching to the left. Lift and expand, inhale. And then figure four, left ankle over the right thigh, hands to the heart. Press your palms together, move your heart towards your thumbs. Breathe in and breathe out. Option, stay here or twist. Bring your left elbow to the bottom of your left foot. Rotate as much as you can, your torso towards the right. I'll turn again so you can have a visual. So hands at the heart, left elbow to sole of the left foot. If you're moving on, hands come down to the right, shoulder width distance, bending your left knee a lot. You're pushing your left foot into your upper arm, maybe coming into that full grasshopper. And keep the right knee bent or straighten it out. And let your right foot land. Right hand down, unhook left ankle, half moon, left leg back and up, left arm to sky. So opening it up, the left arm towards the ceiling. Flex your left foot, reach through that top arm, big breath in, big breath out. One more breath. Left hand down, square off your hips and step back, warrior one. Give some weight to that back foot. That'll feel like a nice relief off that right leg. Square your hips. Arms come up overhead, reach up, power up your left leg. Hands clasp behind the back, open up your chest, breathe into your heart. And then if you want to walk your right foot a little bit right, you can, because we're going to bow to the inside of the right knee. Pull your knuckles up and over, drop your head down. Open into those shoulders. Good, rise back up, straighten the right leg, take a quarter turn to the left, and then take Skandasana. So hands come to the heart, bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg. You can have your right toes up or pointed. Good. Now you can be here, you can take your arms apart, you could bind them, whatever feels good to you. Feel like you're pulling your right leg towards you. Fire up that right quadricep muscle. We're going to move from Skandasana directly into side angle. So you're going to look to the right side of your mat, or towards the top of your mat rather. Place your right palm to the inside of your right foot. Stack your right knee over your ankle. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. And then open up wide across your chest. Let's take a half bind. So the left arm wraps around the low back. You can stay here, or if you'd like to add the full bind, you can wrap your right arm under your right leg. Good. Take your top arm, the left arm, release it from your half or full bind. Reach it forward past the crown of your head. Now look down, spin onto your left toes. Take your right arm back to help you to balance. So left arm forward, right arm back. Lean into that front foot and then take flight. Both arms can reach back. Virabhadrasana 3. Zip up the belly, supercharge that back leg. Left foot meets right, drop right into a chair. Sweep the arms up. Utkatasana. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your thighs, bring your hands to your heart. Twist to the right, hook left elbow, outside right knee, and begin to rotate your chest. Turn your heart towards your thumb knuckles, maybe gaze up. Shift your weight into your right foot. See if you can sneak those left toes off the floor. Maybe even sending left leg back. Balance. And then land those left toes behind you. Use an inhale breath to come all the way to crescent. Settle into those hips. Inhale here. And then exhale the hands down. Drop the back knee down. Straighten just your right leg to start. So half splits, walk fingertips under shoulders. Inhale, look forward. And try to lengthen the front of your spine, chest forward. Exhale, forward fold. You can stay here, or if you're feeling like a deeper split is available, you can start taking the legs apart. Just be mindful that, again, it's just a 25-minute flow. Maybe your body's not totally warm for this. So just choose the place that feels good to you. If you have your legs all the way apart, you might stretch your arms up overhead. Full Hanumanasana. Good job, guys. Lower those hands down. Slide your right foot back underneath your right knee. Step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Lowering halfway or all the way towards the floor and moving through a vinyasa of your choice. So you can take knees, chest, chin again. You can come all the way down, take cobra. And I'll meet you back in downward dog. Take a few breaths here, a few recovery, reset breaths. And we're starting from the top. So left leg goes up, bend the knee, open the hip. Modify by just staying here or drop it open into wild thing. So bring your left toes to the floor, bring your left arm forward. Good. Now just sit down, right hip drops. Good. Place your hands, fingertips pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Pull your knees in so that the inner thighs are grabbing above the elbow. Then shift like you are on a skewer into your palms, picking up that right hip and kicking out the legs. Lower your right hip back down. Rebend your left knee, extend your right leg. You're on the pinky toe side of that right foot. Lean into your right palm and lift back into wild thing. Left palm down, left leg high. Three-legged dog or downward dog splits. Bring left knee to elbow tap. Left leg back up. Left foot forward. Land between your thumbs, then walk fingertips out beyond your toes. Lift right leg up. Pull your chest forward. Right hand stays down. Left hand to sacrum. Turn your chest to the left side of your space. Allow the left knee to bend as needed. You might take the arm to the sky. You might keep it at your hips. Breathe in a revolved half moon. Feel that power push through that left foot. Bend your right knee so your right toes point to the sky. Reach your left hand back, catch the inside of the foot. Kick into the hand, lift the toes. Now start to bend your left knee, dropping your hips down as you sweep your right leg behind your left. Your right quad will press up against your left calf muscle. Good. Now the hard part is coming back up. So drive that left heel down. Reach your right leg back up without letting the foot go. And then back down. Bend the left knee. Kick right leg to left. Use your right hand on the floor for support. And then push into left foot. Lift the right leg back up. One more like that. Bend the left knee, kick the right leg out. Ooh. And then bring it back up. Push into that left leg, kick back and up. Good. From here, you're gonna release the right leg into standing splits. Just fold over your left leg. Just drop the head down. Try to internally rotate your inner right thigh towards the sky. Spread those toes. And then land your right foot next to your left. You're at the top of your mat, feet together. As you stand, bring your right knee towards you. So you're in a single leg Tadasana. Arms reach up overhead. Zip up through low belly and stretch out through fingertips. Grab a hold of the right shin. Pull the leg in. Stay here. Right hand on the shin as you open the leg, or grab for the outer edge of your right foot and take the leg open to the right. Find your balance. Kick through that right leg, zip up through the belly, lift your chest. Take another inhale. And then cross right ankle above the knee for figure four. So drop your hips back and down, press your palms to your heart. Twisting, right elbow left foot. I'm sorry, right elbow, right foot. And then if you're there, maybe palms to the floor on the left, standing on your right upper arm. Push your right foot into your right tricep. Kick your left leg to the left, to the right, I don't know. Kick your left leg straight out to the side. Left foot back down, and then you're coming right into a half moon. Left hand stays down. Unravel right leg back and up, and open it for half moon pose. Few breaths here. And bring your right fingertips down to the floor, and set your right foot to the back of your mat. Taking warrior one, come all the way up, ground into that back foot. Square your hips forward, tailbone dropping down, joining your hands behind you. Try to go for the other thumb on top, and just stretch your chest open. Take a nice big breath in. Fold to the inside of your left knee. If you need to walk your left foot out a little bit, do so. Let your head drop. Try to pull your left hip in towards midline, power up your right leg. Your right kneecap should be lifting, right quad should be engaged, your inner right thigh peeling back. Rise back up, your left leg straightening out, reach the arms overhead. Take a quarter turn to the right, bend your right knee and come down for Skandasana. Left toes are up, left heel's dragging back towards you. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. Take any variation you'd like. Arms apart, a half or full bind, or hands stay on the ground. Smooth out your breath. And then looking to the top of your mat. Left hand goes to the inside of your left foot. Bend into that left knee. Reach your right arm up. Rotate your chest open, stay here, or half binds. Right arm around low back. If you'd like to take the full bind variation, go for it. Take your right arm forward. So release it, reach it forward. Spin to your back toes, take your left arm back, square off your chest. So right arm is forward, left arm is back. Shift into left leg, and then let your right arm go back to meet the left. Virabhadrasana 3, level off your hips, unshrug your shoulders, take one more breath. Fingertips down, standing splits maybe, the hands on the floor, and this right leg lifted this time. You take a couple of hops. See what happens. Maybe you catch an inversion, maybe not. And then feet down, top of the mat. Bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low. Hands to the heart. Twist to the left. Hook your right elbow outside your left knee. Squeeze your thighs, sink your hips back and down. Rotate your chest towards your thumbs. 3, 2. Lean into left foot. Lift your right leg up and back. It can go really slowly. Doesn't have to go all the way. If you fall, just get back into it. Softly land in step. Right foot back. Reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Stay on the back toes. Lift upwards, stretch upwards. Exhale the hands down. Drop the right knee and straighten the left leg. Walk your fingertips back. Pull your left hip back. Pull your heart forward. Start to bow into the legs. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw. If you want to go deeper, you can start moving your right knee back. You can use blocks or pillows at home underneath your left hip if needed. And if your legs are apart or you have some sense of balance, even if they're not fully split, maybe you can bring your arms up. Try steering your chest left. So you're trying to turn your torso forward. It will want to turn to the right, so spin forward with your chest. And then plant your hands, drag your left foot back so that it's underneath the left knee, and step back for plank. Take your vinyasa, last one. Meet back in downward facing dogs. Good. Looking forward, we only have 4 minutes of class. Bend the knees, step or jump to the top of your mat. Drop your hips, boat pose, lift your legs. Brighten up those toes, lift your low back, pull your chest up. Inhale here, low boat pose, come down, flatten your low back to the floor. Bring it back up, just 5. Down, 4, 3, back up, 2, and down, 1, hold, 5, 4, you're on your back, 3, pin your low belly to the floor, 2, and collapse onto your back, 1. Very good. Bring right knee to chest, grab a hold of the shin, pull the knee towards you, and then we'll just take a supine twist, so the knee is going to drop to the left. Push your left palm to the outside of your right thigh or knee, and open your right arm to the right side of the space. Look over the shoulder. Can you roll your right shoulder blade down towards the floor a little bit more? And then bring your knee back up to center. Switch sides. Left knee comes to chest. Grab the shin, pull the knee in. Left knee to the right. Gaze left. Rotate through your chest. Rinsing out. Bring that knee back up to center. Bend both knees towards your chest. Grab a hold of the big toes or the insides of the feet. Massage out your low back, sacrum, hips, rocking side to side in happy baby. Maybe taking one leg straight and then the other leg straight. Maybe taking both legs out straight. Soles of the feet together. The knees can go wide. Let your legs come down like this. If this hurts your inner hips or is not good for your body for some reason, to just take the legs out for normal shavasana. But if it feels okay, just getting a little extra opening in the front of the pelvis as we rest here. Just 1 minute. Close your eyes and without delay, just drop in. Follow your next breath with complete, total attention. Noticing the breath and whatever else is present in this moment. So the field of sensation in the body, maybe the feeling of your hands on your belly, clothes against your skin, your back resting against the earth, your yoga mat, temperature of the air in the room right now. Maybe the feeling tone of your body following that practice. Remember that it's not about doing big poses. That was a sequence of big poses, but it's really not about hitting all those poses with, the degree that we might find on like the cover of Yoga Journal or anything. It's much more about how you feel. It's much more about moving energy, and then flexibility and strength are kind of just byproducts of the practice. And so let your priority be, as you start to close up your practice, in that shift that's taking place. Let me open up our channels, get rid of any blockages or stagnancy. And we find that we just feel better after moving. Take a big breath in, holding the breath in. Think about the intention you started your practice with. Repeat it internally and imagine you're just kind of soaking it into every cell, so every part of you knows what your intention is. And then breathe it out to the universe. And take another big breath. Gathering up anything you don't want to take with you as you start to close this practice and leave the mat today. And then breathe it out, let it go. And then if you have more time to lie here and just relax, then I invite you to maybe straighten out your legs and take a proper savasana, set a timer for 8 to 10 minutes. But if you don't have time for that or you need to move on, then trust that what you got was perfect. What you set aside today will work. And you can start in your own time coming out of your resting pose and moving on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me today for your midday yoga break. Have a wonderful Monday and namaste.